everybody, this is Christal Jordan, your host of Let's Get Crystal Clear. And we've been talking about love and relationships. That's what Let's Get Crystal Clear is all about. Love, relationships, how to love, how to be ready for love. So I'm sure by now you all have watched, we've interviewed quite a few of the cast members from Ready to Love. And today I have Mario Tolliver.
Yes, you have me here.
Mario is here. We've heard about Mario for 2 of the other episodes. Mario has been the topic of conversation with 2 ladies, both Reva and Tondy. You were here with Reva. You were not here with Tondy.
No.
But you did. No. You did. I'm sure hear what happened. So, I just, first of all, I want to say to everyone watching and to Mario, this is not a judgment place. Everybody, I've seen the comments. We all have been in situations with relationships that probably mirrored theirs, just not on television. Mm-hmm. So we understand that this is what happens. But I want to give you the opportunity to really, explain from your side of the story, going back to the show, and what you were going through. I actually talked to you a little bit when you were here with Reva about how it looked to the viewers.
Right.
When it seemed like you and Tondy, liked each other, the little ring. Mm-hmm. I like that move, yeah. Mario. I thought that was really sweet. I like the little cute clay ring. Yeah. You seem like a very genuine person, right? And I think that is probably what has caused people to be so upset,
angry with me, right,
and verbal,
right,
right,
most definitely,
about what is going on now. Yeah. So I'm gonna just step back and kind of let you kind of take us through when you started Ready to Love and you met both Tondy and Reva.
Yeah. So let me start off by saying this. Mm-hmm. I was myself all the way through.
Okay.
Everything was said about me. Everything that I did was actually genuine.
Okay.
When we got to the reunion, I had an out-of-body experience. I don't know. I just snapped.
Why did you snap?
And I don't know. It was so much stuff that was going on. Okay. During the reunion, it was so much stuff that Tondy and I was going through. And I had no idea how that was going to play out. Yeah. No idea. Yeah. But I will say, I feel horrible. Okay. About that. Right. Because that's not my character.
Right.
It is not.
Did you feel pressure to not tell her what was going on with you and Reva before?
Well, I felt a little pressure, to keep it on the hush. But at the end of the day, I still had to take responsibility. Yeah. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I could have, pulled it to the side. It was several times, I called her, to tell her,
And you just didn't go through with it.
It didn't go through because we ended up arguing about other stuff, you know. So,
did you think about how she was? Did you think if you were in that situation, because that you could tell, the viewers could tell she was really shocked. How do you think you would have felt if you were in her position and the tables were turned?
I would have felt the same way.
Yeah,
I would have felt the same way, and that's why I constantly, numerous of times, I apologize. I know apology, won't take away,
right?
That's forever.
Yeah.
And I know that won't take away the pain, but that's the least I can do.
Right.
That's why I did a public apology. I embarrassed this woman on national TV.
Yeah.
I embarrassed myself.
Yeah.
I embarrassed my family.
Yeah.
Because my mom got in my ass. I'm just gonna be real. She got in me. So I mean, and I'm really, remorseful for it. I really hate that it went down like that. I don't regret my decision as far as, choosing Reva, but I regret how it went down. Okay.
Now, I didn't ask you this because you weren't on camera the last time, but when we heard how quickly you moved from Tondy to Reva, and you and Tondy had been dating back and forth for about, what, 3 months? Was the
Well, let me clear that up.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I've only known both of them for 6 months.
Okay.
So
total.
Right, total. So let me start from the beginning. We started filming in June.
Okay.
That's when I met both of the ladies. Okay. From June to August, I was in between both of them.
Right.
When Reva self-eliminated, that was still in August. Reva self-eliminated episode before the finale.
Right.
When we was on the pier.
Right.
So at that point in time, that's when Tondy and I said, okay, hey, we're gonna try this.
Okay.
We're gonna continue this journey. It only lasted a month.
So you guys only dated for a month?
Exclusively. A month.
After the show was finished?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Did you merge families? Because she mentioned that you took her daughters to college, and you guys, she had met your family, and you guys were kind of having normal family dating interaction.
Well, I met her mom, her daughter on the show.
Okay.
And also, outside of that, that was the only time I knew her mom was for the show.
Okay.
And outside of that, yeah, I met her daughter. I helped move in. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I mean, that's what I do.
Okay.
So, as far as my daughter is concerned, she met my daughter on the show.
Okay.
She met my mom on the show. I did take her to my hometown with me.
Okay.
And she met, some cousins and, stuff like that, and she met my other daughter.
Okay.
So yeah, we did that, yeah.
And you guys went on a trip together?
We did go on a trip together right after, well, a few weeks after the last episode.
Okay.
Hey, let's take a trip. Well, we were supposed to take a trip before that, but Hurricane Dorian or whoever he is, had shut in. Interrupted. So we ended up taking the trip, later on, like at the beginning of September.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. She obviously have deep feelings for you. How did you feel about the relationship with Tondy? Because I guess one of the questions that I had, even just watching the reunion, that's such a short period of time to break up with one and then get with the other one, and then now you guys are taking it. Just seemed very quick.
Okay, what you gotta understand is, now I was dealing with both of these women at the same time.
Right.
I met both of them at the same time.
Right.
So really, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with both of them on TV.
Right.
Trying to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, me and Tondy had a stronger connection. But I just felt we wasn't compatible.
Okay.
Me and Reva, we had a connection. Me and Reva, it was a lot of stuff that wasn't shown of our dates.
Okay.
It was a story being built around me with these two women.
Right.
So in order for me to think, okay, well, my life, going forward, who would be best for me going forward?
Right.
And I will say, I was trying to get Reva to open up. I knew it was something there, I couldn't get her to just really, it was almost like peekaboo, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's gotta be hard to open up.
Yeah.
When you see the other person is connecting with another, that's gotta be difficult.
I understand it.
Yeah.
And I understand that, and of course, Tondy and I, Tondy made it easy for me. I mean, we connected and, we had a flow of things going, but I just had to be real with myself, because this is my thing. Ready to Love to me is like the wedding.
Okay.
It's like the wedding.
Okay. Then you got to come home.
When the church doors close and everybody go home, it's real life.
It's
reality.
Right.
So that's how I felt like, okay, when we was dating, during the process, that was the wedding.
Yeah.
When the cameras wasn't there and I started peeling back the layers and she started peeling back layers on me, okay. We got to be real with ourselves.
Yeah.
Now,
when Tondy was here, one of the things that she mentioned is that we know she has very famous ex. She mentioned that you had an issue with that. So I'm just gonna add, we're not gonna tiptoe around it. She Ginuwine is her ex.
That's right.
She's a whole R&B icon. And I told her, that's probably hard for a lot of guys to deal with. He's a whole R&B icon. I'm not saying it was hard for you, but I'm wondering, just asking you honestly, because that is, if she's out partying, Tondy's a very outgoing, bubbly person.
Right.
A lot of guys really aren't into that, especially when it comes to exes that are R&B icons. Okay. Like you going to the hangout at the, was that an issue for you?
It was not an issue for me, and she knew that.
Okay.
I mean, Tondy has dated other celebrities as well.
Yes, she said that. Yes.
I know that.
Right.
She's gave me names. I know that. I have a problem with that. I can care less about who
you knew all that before.
Right. I can care less about who she dated.
Okay.
So that's why it kind of blew me. When she said that. I'm like, no, I never had a problem with that.
Okay.
You
didn't call anybody and complain about it.
No. Let me tell you how that went down.
Okay.
Okay. So when Tondy and I were together, Ginuwine was in town. she said, hey, Ginuwine's in town. Do you mind if I go to the concert? I said, hey, baby, do your thing. Go ahead. She didn't go.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was a test or what, because I'm like, why would you ask me and don't go?
Right.
You know? So the second time, me and her wasn't together.
Okay.
And she actually went to the concert. I didn't know till I started getting phone calls from other castmates. I even got a call from a producer.
Oh, wow.
Like, hey, what's up with you and Tondy?
Right.
You know, nobody knew we had broken up.
Oh, okay. So people were
Exactly.
snitching.
Exactly. Nobody knew that Tondy and I was broken up because we were still trying to figure out how we was gonna relay it to, you know, to the world. You know, what's going on, you know? So they calling me like,
your girl
out with her ex, you know, on Instagram talking about my boo this, my boo that, and kissing them on the cheek and all that.
Okay,
And you know, with the castmates, I'm like, man, you know that's Tondy, man. You know that's how she do. You know, me as a man, you know, my pride, I'm like, oh, man, you know that's how Tondy do.
Right.
But when the producer called me, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up.
And the thing about it, no, that's I don't know where she got that from about, okay, well, that's when he told me he reached out to Reva. Because at that time, me and Reva was already talking. Because we was broken up. We was already talking.
How long before you told, because Tondy said you called her and broke up with her, and she did not know y'all were broken up, and then you had to remind her that it was a breakup the next day. She said you guys broke up over the phone. How long before you called Reva when you hung up the phone with Tondy?
It was some days after.
Okay.
It was some days after.
Quick.
So look,
Quick.
so when we came back, when Tondy and I came back from Puerto Rico, you know, it was already like on the rocks because we had a time over there, you know, to just when.
Yeah.
She even told me when we was at the airport, I knew you was over me. You know, she told me that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, so that was during the time maybe somewhere like the second week of September or something like that.
That's early.
Right, exactly. Because that third week of September, I was in Orlando.
With Reva?
No. I got a cousin that live in Orlando.
Okay.
So I was in Orlando.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
You know, because I'm thinking back to my dates. You know, so when I made it back from Orlando is when I reached out to Reva.
Okay.
So now that hindsight, I'm thinking about it, it had to be about a week when I, you know, reached out to her or whatever,
Right,
you know.
right.
Before that, me and Reva had no contact. You know, I didn't reach out to her, you know, because once she left the show,
Yeah.
she said she was done.
Right.
So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to make this work with Tondy.
Before we move into Reva, Tondy, you're not into the over-the-top personality. It was just the two of y'all. It was an issue between you guys. It wasn't anything to do with anybody else.
Had nothing to do with nobody else.
Okay,
you know,
and it's not because of Ginuwine.
No.
Not because.
Tondy and I, we got different lifestyles.
Okay.
We do. You know, one thing I can say, you know, Tondy loved to drink. You know, she let that be known. That was one of our biggest issues.
Okay.
You know, I don't try to control her.
Yeah.
I don't try to tell her what to do.
It wasn't the nail polish.
It was, no. You know, I mean, you know, you do your thing.
Right.
You know, but it was just a concern for me.
Right.
Because I've been through that before. And I'm like, I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah. She said you told her she reminded you of your ex-wife.
I said she had some characteristics, but the drinking wasn't it.
Okay.
You know, it was just like the over-the-top personality.
Right.
You
But,
know.
but you were drawn to that.
Yeah.
But it's not good for you.
You know, I'm real laid back. You know, all that old stuff. I don't be with all that. You know, but that's her. You know, and never try to change it. You know, so it was just our lifestyles were different. You know, I like to sit in the house and watch a movie. You know, she might want to go to the club and drink or whatever. That ain't me, and I don't want my lady in the club all the time.
There's nothing wrong with
You
that.
know?
There's nothing wrong with that. You have a right to say that. But I guess the only issue is, and I know we're gonna move into the situation with Reva, is if you and Tondy are still, if the attraction is so much that you guys are still having issues and still connected to each other, then that's a little bit conflicting. Because she suggested that you guys are still talking a lot. There was even some physical contact that happened afterwards. So,
Look,
Mario?
Absolutely not. I have no idea why would Tondy put herself out there like that. Okay?
So you're saying she's lying?
Yeah.
So you guys, after the breakup, you have
Let me say this. Me and Tondy We did keep in contact.
Okay.
And Reva knew this. We kept in contact because, like I said, I felt, and I still feel horrible about what happened.
Yeah.
You know, so I would, you know, check on her. You know, we would talk, you know, like, hey, you okay? I'm steady trying to apologize.
Right.
You know, still trying, you know, like, hey, you know,
Right.
what I need to do, what I need to do, what I need to do. You know, so that was one of the things that kept us, like, connected.
But no physical.
No physical. Only time I saw Tondy when we was out at Whiskey Mysteries, one of the watch parties or something like that.
Did y'all meet at the park for closure?
I don't know where that came from.
No park.
Unless I got a twin around here or something. Like, come on now.
Mario, now I have to ask you, now you would not say that to save, because of course most people are thinking that Mario can't admit that because he's gonna mess up the situation with Reva, right?
Of course they would say that.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right,
so I'm just saying, I don't know that you can or not, but I'm just saying if for her to come and that's a big lie. It was a really intense lie.
Yeah. So my thing is, if that was the case, I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
I just would lay low.
Yeah.
You know, just lay low. You know what I'm saying? Just lay
Right.
low and just, you know,
Right.
take my punishment and be
Right.
done with it.
Right.
You know, so I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, we had communication.
Right.
We did.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times me and her would communicate, you know, we argue.
Yeah.
We argue. You know, they say you and Reva did this. Y'all was here, y'all was there, you know, and me trying to, you know, butter her up, you know, I'm like, you know, hey.
You still care about her?
I care about her, you know, because she's a good person.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with my feelings. I don't have any feelings for her
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
No. So, I care about her. I don't have anything against Tondy.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, so that's clear. Tondy's over. You and Reva are in a good place.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in a good place. You know, and that's one thing about me. I always try to keep my lines of communication open and, you know, be honest about things and you know, just put it all out on the table. You know, so when it does come around, then it won't be like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Do you think that you and Reva move really quickly for the length of time? It's not like everybody's moving quick. It's a TV show. But once the TV show is over, that's a lot of, it just seems like a really quick set of relationships that happened. You guys went in, you met her family, she met your family, you guys go on a trip, you come back, and then all of a sudden you and Reva together. Now you guys are like it just seems really quick to be 100% sure that this is what I want to do.
So what? I mean, why you say that?
I know, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
You know, like you said, it is a dating show.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I don't mean the show. I mean on the reunion, because I think that's why people were so shocked, because I don't know how long the period of time had been between you and Tondy breaking up, you and Reva getting together, and then you and Reva on the reunion. Like, we're together, we've been cool, we're good. Like, is that it?
But see, here's the thing. Like I had to explain. I was seeing both of these women on the show.
So it just kind of.
I mean, it just kind of like, you know,
we picked up where we left off. Gotcha.
You know, pretty
Okay.
much, you know.
Right.
And like I said, after me and Tondy, you know, broke up or whatever, I reached out to Reva.
Yeah.
Weeks had went by.
Yeah.
You know, before we even decided, you know, okay.
To try the relationship.
To try a relationship. Even when Reva and I took our trip.
Yeah.
We were not exclusive.
Right.
You know.
Because that's one thing Tondy says. You kept saying that you and Reva were just dating. Y'all weren't 100. Y'all weren't in a relationship.
Exactly.
Okay.
Me and Reva, we were just dating.
So that is true.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true. You know,
Okay.
we were just dating. We were seeing each other. We wanted to see, you know, how where can we go?
Right.
You know, because we still had some, you know, some kinks that we need to iron out and stuff like that. You know.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Mario, what would you do different if you could do all this over again? If you could do it over again. Because I don't think you should have to keep apologizing. If you apologize, you are genuine with it. I don't think you should have to keep apologizing. But if you could just just explain what you would do differently, and then we can move, you know, everybody can move, everybody needs to move on, let them be happy if they're together.
You know, if I can do this all over again, I would have went in that mansion.
Right.
Got one woman and said, you know what?
Peace.
Right. If it don't work out with us, I can go home. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did.
Right.
And, you know, one thing I learned from this show is, well, I relearned because I figured I already knew that. You got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be truthful to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, like I say, Tondy and I, we had a physical attraction.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I knew that, as far as my life was concerned, that long term,
that won't work.
It won't work. And she knew it as well too.
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like as far as Reva was concerned, it's like, okay, hey, that's something.
It's a better fit.
It's a better fit for my life because we got so much in common. You know, but I didn't follow this. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good lesson for everybody.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
follow your brain.
Yeah.
And not other things. And then
That's
sometimes
right.
less is more.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's right. That's right.
Sometimes less is more. Well, Mario, I appreciate you coming to clear everything up. Like I said, I don't think that you owe anybody an apology over and over and over again. The public is responding to what they saw, right? And we know everybody is either Team Tondy or Team Reva. They both are amazing women, so you didn't lose either way. Yeah. But I think there's probably a good lesson for other people watching it, because I'm sure, have you ever been in a situation like that, just dating?
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to pick which is just not on TV.
Yeah, not on TV. You got to pick which one, you know, which one you want to date, which one you want to be with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because one thing about it, you know, I don't have time to be trying to remember lies and trying to be stressed out on trying to, you know, spend time with this woman, it's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. I can't do it. It's too much.
Right.
You know, so yeah, me and Reva's in a good place.
Okay.
You know, I have no ill will, you know, with Tondy. You know, it just
didn't work.
Just didn't work out. You know, and no, I didn't jump from Tondy to Reva. You know,
I thought
like
you had
that.
went back to Tondy and then was going. We thought
Man.
We thought
you know
you were
what?
living foul. We thought you were living
foul. They got me out here, you know, like I'm a player. Like, no,
it looked foul.
It looks very.
It did look foul.
It looked
and
very
not
foul.
the show, because I don't think the show, the whole issue with Tondy and Reva maybe being friends, maybe not being friends, I don't think that has really anything to do with the show. Now, outside of the show, that's something different. On the show, y'all were there to date people, and you may date somebody that you know, that person that they're dating. That's not a big deal. I think the way they handled it was an issue on both sides. I felt like, but I mean, that also happens when it's a man in the middle that everybody wants.
Well, let me say this, and I've also said this, you know, on the show. Hey, I feel like they didn't have anything to do with me. You know, I mean, I'm talking about, you know, the friendship situation. You
okay.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, Reva say they're associates. Tondy say they're friends.
It don't really matter.
I have talked to both of them.
Yeah.
I have even tried to get both of them to come together.
Well, that was not the right way. That's not what happened.
I'm talking about after all of the drama. You know, I was trying to do anything. I was trying to do anything, you know, like to keep the peace. And I'm like, hey, can I get, you know, y'all to come together?
I don't think so,
And they
Mario.
both said no.
No, well, Mario.
It's worth a try.
No, it is. Well, sir. No. That reunion, and Tondy's actually, she admitted that she's cool with that. Well, she obviously said y'all were real cool, but she was cool with you after she accepted your apology. She doesn't think you're a bad person, but that was a really embarrassing situation.
I agree.
So I don't think I would want to be friends, because it's one thing for a man to embarrass you, but it's another thing for a man to go over and he and the woman together embarrass you. So I wouldn't want to be friends with her either.
You know what?
I wouldn't want to be friends with you either.
You know what? Let me say this too. And I get tired of, you know, like trying to blame stuff on edits and stuff like that. But we know how it go.
Yeah.
We know how it go. Reva had no idea what I was about to do.
Okay.
She had no idea.
Okay, because it looked like she was excited and ready and waiting, and
you know,
the best woman won.
Right. So when I saw that, I'm like they really found those facial expressions and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
You didn't know you were.
I didn't even know that I was about to remove my body
and go sit on the other side. It was a dramatic move.
It was. Like I said, I had an out of body experience.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know. You know, I was just.
Were you mad at Tondy when you came? Because it seemed like you kept saying, "Leave me alone." give me a minute, get away from me.
That was a whole nother situation.
Okay.
That they didn't show. We had a whole situation where, you know, some of the guys from the cast, you know, was saying, well, hey, you know, I saw her out and she was trying to get with me and this and this and that, you know, and I'm like, man, come on now, come on. You know, I'm like, this, I already got a reveal, you know, that I'm with Reva. And now this right here is really pissing me off, you know. So at the time, you know, she was trying to, I guess, explain herself or whatever. I don't know, and I just didn't want to deal with it, you know. And I was just like, hey, just give me some time, you know, just leave me alone.
Give me some space.
Give me some space. That's all it was.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so.
Okay. Well, Mario, I think we can put this to bed. You put
Please,
it to bed.
please. She said something about, I know how to put the fire out. I don't know how to put the fire out. I've been trying to put the fire out since October, and it's still burning, and she's still throwing gasoline on it. So
maybe she's genuinely hurt.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and people handle, you know, hurt differently.
Yeah. Reva seemed hurt also. Angry at Tondy. And that part I didn't really understand. Like, why do you understand why she would be angry at Tondy?
Well, actually, you know, Reva is angry at Tondy because Tondy has been doing a lot of things. You know, it's pretty much like trying to undermine her and like demise her character and stuff like that. You know, I don't know if people remember, but you know, this Best Woman Won thing was started by Tondy.
But she did, but it wasn't said in that way though. It wasn't said. It was the beginning of the show, and it wasn't like. That was definitely directed at, when Reva said it at the reunion, it was directed to Tondy. Like, between me and you, I won, I'm the best woman. Now, when Tondy said it, it was in the beginning of the show. It was everybody there, and it was more of a, okay, you think she meant that directly towards Reva?
It was directed towards Reva.
Okay.
You know, I'm on the inside.
You were you were on the inside. I'm just saying, well, from what we saw.
Now, I understand from what y'all saw, but I'm on the inside.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fair.
And that's how it was. But you know, at the end of the day, that still don't make it right. Right. You know, for the Best Woman Won and all that type of stuff. You know, because you know. You know, well, first of all, she was like, "What the hell was you thinking? Yeah. Why would you do that? Yeah. You know, I didn't raise you like that.
Good.
You know,
her.
I didn't raise you like that.
Yeah.
You know, why would you? And my mom is like the president of women's rights and stuff like that. You know, so I mean, like she really got on me. You know, but then at the same time, you know, it's like, hey, you made a mistake. We make mistakes.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, you apologize. You know, and you keep it moving. Yeah. You know, and that's what I've been doing. But like I said, I still feel so remorseful about it. You know, and I'm trying to get.
You gotta let that go.
I'm trying to get past it.
Yeah, I think if you and Reva are happy, you guys live your life. Eventually, people will leave it alone. Right. I think right now, and we definitely gonna let this go. This is gonna be the last one. Please. But I think that people are responding because it's TV. It's entertainment.
Right. Yeah, I know.
It's entertainment on top of that. But we wish you and Reva good luck. Don't switch sides like that.
I ain't switching no sides. Me and Reva is solid, and we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. You know, everybody thought, oh, it ain't gonna work because of how they did it, woo-woo. But you know, hey, we all got exes.
Yes, we do.
You know,
we do.
If it don't work, we damn sure gonna give it a try.
I ain't mad at that.
You know, so hey, we gonna do our thing. You know, I'm crazy about that woman.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just it is what it is.
That is what it is.
We fit.
Y'all good.
We fit.
We're not going to do no more drama. We're going to let this go. But thank you guys for tuning in for another edition of Let's Get Crystal Clear. I'm your host, Christal Jordan. I wish everybody happiness and love and love that's yours, not other people's. Love that you don't have to share. You guys tune in. We'll see you next time.